Peace, peace, Hotep. It's your boy Rhythm Phoenix, aka Ben Banu, coming at you again from the book, the Gnostic Bible, the section in the book, the Secret Book of John, and the section within the book, the Secret Book of John. I'm going to give you information on another section. The section is extremely important. I might be able to get it all in, but if not, it's very long, and so it might be done in two parts, because it goes from the creation of Adam into Adam receives spirit and life, which is a whole other beautiful section within itself. So I'm reading these things because these things are relate to the foundation of where the motherfuckers at the table of concocting what we know of today as the Bible, whether it's New International Version, King James Version, the Bible for kids, just it's just all different types of Bibles. The Geneva Bible, which is older than all of those. Just giving you information because this shit is real heavy, man. And when we're dealing with the Bible, we're not only dealing with very ordered information to basically keep people in an exoteric manipulating reality, but it literally has the esoteric information within it. It is the son that is, or the child that is tucked in to the blanket of exoteric explanation. You know what I mean? So it's very strange, but if I can, I'm going to do this. It's going to be called the creation of Adam. Yaldabaoth said to the authorities with him, "Come, let us create a human being after the image of God and with a likeness to ourselves, so that this human image may give us light." Note 54, Genesis 1, verse 26, it says, in the secret book of John, a distinction is made between the image of God and the likeness of the creators. Okay. They created through their respective powers according to the features that were given to them. Each of the authorities contributed a psychical feature corresponding to the figure of the image they had seen. Now, if you take these authorities to be in line with the number 7 or the number 12, then you are dealing with the zodiac sign and you are dealing with the 7 planets. They created a being like the perfect first human and said, "Let us call it Adam, that its name may give us power of light." Note 55, Yaldabaoth and his authorities create a psychical man with a psychical body. That is, they create a soul man. His body composed entirely of animating soul. His physical body of flesh and blood will be constructed later. The powers begin to create. Okay. And here it is, the 7 powers. Okay, so clearly in reference to that being 7 or 12, it must be the 7 powers. The first one, goodness, created a soul of bone. Now remember, these names, goodness, forethought, divinity, lordship, kingship, these are all derived from that which came before these 7 powers. And as a matter of fact, like I just read on the positive side of it, one of the powers, the 6th one, is called jealousy. And this is where, the main attribute of Yahweh is that he is a Lord of and is a jealous God, and that there is no other God before him. And with that statement, it is basically a telltale sign that there apparently is greater gods than him, or greater attributes of the one divine being that he's trying to make himself, like, say for instance, he's a jealous God. Okay, well, he takes that term jealousy, creates it as a beingness of him, of itself, as a jealous God, which would be an attribute of a lower God. Okay, but let me continue. The first one, goodness, created a soul of bone. The second, forethought, created a soul of sinew. The third, divinity, created a soul of flesh. The fourth, lordship, created a soul of marrow. The fifth, kingdom, created a soul of blood. The sixth, jealousy, created a soul of skin. The seventh, understanding, created a soul of hair. The throng of angels stood by and received these 7 psychical substances from the authorities, in order to create a network of limbs and trunk, with all the parts properly arranged. They just paralleled man, or the body of the image of man being created, in reference to limbs and trunk, which is none other than a tree, as in the tree of life, as in the Kabbalah tree of the Adam Kadmon, the macrocosmic man, which is probably the perfect human in the Gnostic text, Garadamus. All right. Okay, so in note 56 is talking about the 7 psychical substances from the authorities. Note 56, it says, and these 7 psychical substances were taken by the authorities. Okay. The first one, who is Raphael, began by creating the head. Abron created the skull. Note 57, or the first one began by creating the head. Eteraphelpe. Abron created the skull. Mini Gestroet created the brain. Please forgive me on these names. Ashtareshme, the right eye. Thaspomoka, the left eye. Euronymos, the right ear. Bisom, the left ear. Achiorium, the nose. Banin Ephraim, the lips. Amin, the teeth. Ibikan, the molars. Basilia dermi, the tonsils. Achcha, the ovula. Adaban, the neck. Chaaman, the vertebrae. Dircho or Dirko, the throat. Tabar, the right shoulder. It doesn't have the name. The left shoulder. Mniarchan, the right elbow. No name for the left elbow. Abitrion, the right underarm. Antin, the left underarm. Krus, the right hand. Beluia, the left hand. Triniu, the fingers of the right hand. Balbel, the fingers of the left hand. Crimea, the fingernails. Astrops, the right breast. Baroth, the left breast. Baum, the right shoulder joint. Ararim, the left shoulder joint. Arik, the belly. Fitawi, the navel. Sinafim, the abdomen. Arak Kethopi, the right ribs. Zibido, the left ribs. Barias, the right hip. Phenoth, the left hip. Abin Linarchia, the marrow. Canuminorian, the bones. Gesole, the stomach. Argo Mauma, the heart. Bano, the lungs. Sostrapal, the liver. Anisimala, the spleen. Tho Pithro, the intestines. Biblo, the kidneys. Roero, the sinews. Tafreo, backbone. Ipaus. I find it very strange that the name for the backbone is, or the name that of the authority over the backbone is Tafrio, when on the middle pillar of the tree of life, the Kabbalah tree of life, above Yasud, Tifaret is the sphere of beauty, and is on the middle pillar, which represents the backbone of Osiris. So that's very strange. Tefreo and Tifaret. Okay. Ipospoba, veins. Beneborin, the arteries. Atoemin Ephia, the breaths in all the limbs. Entholia, all the flesh. Bedok, the right buttock. Arabia, the left buttock. 58, it says that it is uncertain. No name for the penis. Strange. Ialo, the testicles. Swarma, the genitals. Gorma Kaioklabar, the right thigh. Nebrith, the left thigh. Sherim, the muscles of the right leg. Asaklas, as in sakla. Asaklas, the muscles of the left. Ormaut, the right leg. Eminum or Eminun, the left leg. Nux, the right shin. Tupilon, the left shin. Achiael, the right ankle. Phnimi, the left ankle. Phiotrom, the right foot. Boabel, its toes. Trachon, the left foot. Phigna, its toes. Miyamai, the toenails. Libernium, it does not say. Those who are appointed over all these are 7 in number. So he broke down the authorities over each of the limbs and bones and the bone marrow and the lungs. And then he's telling you that there are 7 that are over all of these. Athoth, Artemis, Kalila, Yabel, Sabaoth, which means Lord, Cain, and Abel. Those who activate the limbs are part by part. The head, Diolimodrasa, the neck, Yamiash, the right shoulder, Yakuib, the left shoulder, Aurton, the right hand, Audidi, the left hand, the left one, Arbeo, the fingers of the right, Lepno, the fingers of the left, Lekafr, the right breast, Babar, the left breast, Imea, the chest, Pisandraptis, the right shoulder joint, Kowadi, the left shoulder joint, Odeor, the right ribs, Asfishich, the left ribs, Sunogchauta, the abdomen, Aruf, the womb, Sabalo, the right thigh, Charcharb, the left thigh, Kateon, or Stion, all the genitals, Bathinoth, the right leg, Chauksh, the left leg, Charcha, the right shin, Aroir, the left shin, Toechta, the right ankle, Eyol, the left ankle, Karanar, the right foot, Bastan, its toes, Archintekta, the left foot, Marifnont, its toes, Abrana. 7 have been empowered over all of these. Michael, Urael, Asmenedas, Safasatoel, Armorium, Rikram, Amiorps. Okay. Those who are over the senses are Archindekta. The one who is over perception is Dietarbatas. The one who is over imagination is Auma. The one who is over arrangement is Atiaram. The one who is over all impulse action is Riaram Nacho. Okay. The source of the demons that are in the entire body is divided into 4. Very amazing that they say that the sources of the demons that are in which are the daemons that are in the entire body is divided into 4. Heat, cold, wetness, dryness. The mother of them all is matter. The one who is Lord over heat is Floshofa. The one over cold, Orotos. Over dryness, Erimacho. And over wetness, Arturo. The mother of all these, Onortotras, stands in the midst of them, for she is unlimited and mingles with them all. She is matter, and by her they are nourished. The 4 principal demons are Ephememphi, the demon of pleasure, Yoko, the demon of desire, Nenentofni, the demon of grief, Bleomen, the demon of fear. The mother of them all is Esthesis Auch Epiptoe. Note 59, it says, sense perception is not in an excited state, is what Esthesis Auch Epiptoe actually means. It's from Greek. It is a philosophical saying. All right. It tells you to see the Layton's Gnostic scriptures, page 43, who calls the saying Stoic ethical jargon. Okay, from the 4 demons have compassions. Okay, from grief come jealousy, envy, pain, trouble, distress, hard-heartedness, anxiety, sorrow, and others. From pleasure comes an abundance of evil, vain, conceit, and the like. From desire, anger, wrath, bitterness, intense lust, greed, and the like, fear, come terror, servility, anguish, and shame. All these are like virtues and vices. The insight into their true nature is Anaro, who is head of the material soul, and it dwells with Eshthesis Z Ouch Epiptoi. 60. Note 60, it says with this, the seven senses are not in an excited state. And that is from Greek, another version of the philosophical saying cited in the preceding note. This is the number of angels. In all, they number 365. Note 61, the angels assembling the psychical body parts correspond to the days in the solar year, as above. Alright, they all worked together until, limb by limb, the psychical and material body was completed. Now, there are others over the remaining passions, and I have not told you about them. If you want to know about them, the information is recorded in the Book of Zoroaster. Note 62, the precise identification of the Book of Zoroaster remains uncertain, but the title calls to mind a text from the Nag Hammadi library, Zostrianos, or else Porphyry's Life of Plotinus 16, where Porphyry refers to other texts written under the name of Zoroaster, including a Book of Zoroaster. The next section is going to be called Adam Receives Spirit. We want to come back and read on that. So this is beautiful things going on here, y'all. Just want to say Ashe and get the knowledge. This is Rhythm Phoenix. Alright, y'all, it's Hotep, Ashe, this is Rhythm Phoenix again, and I am coming back to you with another section out the book, the Gnostic Bible, in the part known as the Secret Book of John, which is probably one of the most important books in it, and this is part 10 of my readings and talks on this. The last section dealt with the creation of Adam. This section, which is highly amazing, deals with the with the Adam receives spirit and life. Okay, so here we go. All the angels and demons worked together until they fashioned the psychical body, but for a long time their creation did not stir or move at all. Okay, like a mannequin, which is what's like today. There is some type of domino effect of people going around the nation doing selfie videos and selfie pics of them portraying mannequins. This is a very strange thing that's going on. This is also following what the people are calling the Mandela effect, and there's a whole bunch of new conscious shit going on, which can either deal with new consciousness reflecting on this information and this new knowledge, which is actually ancient knowledge, or PSYOPs, which is CIA, government, Council on Formulation, elite secret societies putting this shit out here and manipulating your mind. So you have to be pure-hearted and you have to come up with your own discernment with the situation. But let me continue on. When the mother wanted to take back the power she had relinquished to the first ruler, i.e. Ayal Labot, she prayed to the most merciful Mother-Father of all. With a sacred command, the Mother-Father sent 5 luminaries down to the place of the angels of the first ruler. Okay? And remember that all of these rulers and angels, or angels of the first ruler, are none other than his own creations out of his own mindlessness. We must remember this. Okay. The angels advised the first ruler so that they might recover the mother's power. This is a very strange statement. This one statement here is, keep in mind all the angel shit that's going on today. And just, they always white. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, unless a black man draws them, or a white magician who is in tune to the black the blackness of things, which is the source of things. It's a lot. They advised him, these angels, okay? Let me repeat this. With a sacred command, the Mother Father sent 5 luminaries down to the place of the angels of the first rulers. They advised him so they might recover the Mother's power. So what this basically means is saying that these 5 luminaries came down to advise the ruler that, you need to go ahead and relinquish your power. You know what I'm saying? After all of this creation, it's time for you. We see that you done some shit, and it's not what we want. These 5 luminaries, they said to Yaldabaoth, breathe some of your spirit into the face of Adam, and then the body will arise. Now, these are not the angels of the first ruler, Yaldabaoth. They did not have this knowledge. Okay? They did not have this wisdom. Because like it said, for a long time, their creation did not stir or move at all. Okay? It was not until the Mother, Father of all, after Sophia asked, or basically, the Mother wanted to take back the power she had relinquished to the first ruler. So what she did is she asked, or she prayed, which is to, she basically begged to the most merciful Mother, Father of all. Okay, now with this, with a sacred command, the Mother, Father sent 5 luminaries down to the place of the angels of the first ruler. Now these 5 luminaries might be 5 of the 7 of the 12 who reside within the 4 luminaries that expanded and emanated from the self-conceived one child. Okay. Now these 5 luminaries, again, they advised him so they might recover the power's light, the Mother's power. They said to Yaldabaoth, breathe some of your spirit into the face of Adam, and then the body will arise. So he breathed his spirit into Adam. Note 63, let me see if I can get to it, says that this is in Genesis 2, let me see, this is in Genesis 2, I think it's 7, yes, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Okay, so Yaldabaoth breathed his spirit into Adam, right in the face, right? And we can see this on the walls of ancient Kemet. The deceased are breathed life into them by a divine instrument known as Hekao, which is that which means great of magic. Okay, so this can also align with the 4 winds that Marduk used to eradicate Tiamat, or to exercise his power in front of the other gods, so he could be the champion of the gods to battle against Tiamat. Call it the 4 winds. Okay. Now, the spirit is the power of his mother. Okay. Meaning that when Yaldabaoth breathed he breathed his spirit into Adam, it was actually the power of his mother. But he did not realize this because he lives in ignorance. The mother's power went out of Yaldabaoth and into the psychical body that had been made to be like the one who is from the beginning. The body moved and became powerful. Note 64. It says, in the Gospel of Thomas, 50 also describes the primal movement of a person. That is just strictly strange. Okay? Let me make sure that it says that number. It says, in the Gospel of Thomas, 50 also describes the primal movement of a person. It doesn't say the number 50. It doesn't say 50 names. It doesn't say 50 gods, angels. It just says 50. Now, it's not 50 attribute to Marduk when he was creating, or I think during or after he created the damn world, he was given and received 50 names. Okay? There is also in the Kabbalah what is known as the 50 gates of understanding. And I think in one story, I think it was dealing with Job in the Bible, he only knew 49 of the 50 gates. But like I said, that's just something that popped up in my head. I might be wrong about that, so don't quote me on that about Job and the 49, or the number 49, which is 7 times 7. But anyway, okay, here we go. Okay, so when Adam moved, Adam was enlightened, or this body known as Adam. At once the rest of the powers became jealous. Just like in the Bible, Isaiah talks about how Yahweh is a jealous God. So these powers are basically following their father and mother, which is none other than mindlessness and Yahweh. Although Adam had come into being through all of them, and they had given their power to this human, Adam was more intelligent than the creators and the first ruler. When they realized that Adam was enlightened, i.e. the angels of the first ruler, and could think more clearly than they, thanks to the 5 luminaries that were sent down after Sophia prayed to the Mother Father to help her relinquish her power from the first ruler and the angels that were created by the first ruler. Okay. When they realized that Adam was enlightened, and... One second. Gotta pause. Okay, I had to pause real quick. I thought I was about to be interrupted. I heard some keys and shit. I'm at work, so you know, this is how I get down. Let me see. Where was I at here? And it was enlightened. Although Adam had... Okay, so... they had given their power to this human. Adam was more intelligent than the creators and the first ruler. When they realized that Adam was enlightened and could think more clearly than they, and was stripped of evil, they took and threw Adam into the lowest part of the whole material realm. This sounds to me like how Zeus did Prometheus when he stole the fire for the humans to be enlightened. So, you know, this is amazing. So in note 65, in dealing with, let me see, it says, when they realized that Adam was enlightened and could think more clearly than they, and was stripped of evil, they took and threw Adam into the lowest part of the whole material realm. Note 65 says that perhaps this can be parallel to Genesis 2, verse 25. We'll have to go to that some other time, but clearly we're dealing with some shit, because it's almost like I'm not going to get into that. Let me just keep going. All right. They took and threw Adam into the lowest part of the material realm. The blessed, benevolent, merciful Mother Father had compassion for the mother's power that had been removed from the first ruler. I wonder if we can relate this to the sphere of Bina on the Kabbalah tree. And Chokmah and Bina being either Mother Father, or Keter being the androgynous aspect of Mother Father, and separating itself into Chokmah Bina to be Mother and Father, or Mother Father. But here we go. The blessed, benevolent, merciful Mother Father had compassion for the mother's power that had been removed from the first ruler. So it states that the power was removed after he had breathed the breath of life into Adam. So after he did that, he was relinquished of a lot of power, if not all of it. The rulers might be able to overpower the psychical, perceptible body once again. So, with its benevolent spirit and great mercy, the Mother Father sent a helper to Adam, an enlightened afterthought, who is from the Mother Father and who was called Life, i.e. Ankh. Note 66 says, the Coptic Zoe, or Zoe, from Greek, see Genesis 3:20. Eve is named Zoe in the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible. Okay. She helped the whole creature, laboring with it, restoring it to its fullness, teaching it about the descent of the seed, teaching it about the way of ascent, which is the way of descent. Enlightened afterthought was hidden within Adam so that the rulers might not recognize her. But that afterthought might be able to restore what the mother lacked. Note 67, it says, afterthought helps to restore the divine spirit or light that Mother Sophia lost to Yaldabaoth. Alright. Now, this is the section of Adam receives spirit and life. The next section is very important, and it's called the imprisonment of humanity, and then it goes into the creation of Eve. So we're going to stop right there, and that's on page 157 is where I ended and where the imprisonment of humanity begins. And just want to say Ashe, and thanks for your time. Peace. This is Rhythm Phoenix, and this is how we rocking it. This is how we build and create wisdom from the knowledge of understanding. You know what I'm saying?